Hello, hello. Waiting for people to get in. Hey, there she is.
Hello.
Hello. It's been a while.
I know. How are you?
Well, I'm glad you said okay and that we're doing the other way around. So
Me too.
yeah, I'm seeing people coming now. Okay, amazing.
I know.
So I'm just gonna start, I guess. I don't really have questions per se, but we wanted to make it a girls' talk, so let's keep it on that.
Love it.
And if people have questions for us, you can always ask. So be, if you want to ask questions, just do.
Just jump right in. Yeah.
Yeah. I did want to start with more of the question of the guys' tattoos. I thought that was a good one to start with. Not
Mm-hmm.
fan tattoos, but the tattoos the guys have.
Right.
So what's the favorite one? From whoever, doesn't matter.
Um, I have to say my absolute favorite one would be on Brent, Your Pain is a Gift. It is my favorite because I also have it, so I have to say that's my favorite, I think. But to me, it just means so much. It says so much in so little that I just love like the symbolism of it. I think though, like Eric has some great tattoos, just like everything on his arms. Like I love the artistry of it, but I would say meaning, it would be Your Pain is a Gift. How
Oh,
about you? What do you think?
I think meaning, I would say the same. Definitely, yeah, because yeah, I'm feeling the same. I do not have that tattoo because I'm more of a person like I don't want to copy people,
Right,
even
right.
if you do it in your own way. Because I did think about it because it's so connected to me too that
Hmm.
I yeah. So I do understand that people get it. So I'm not saying that that way. But yeah, I wouldn't get it. But favorite, that's one I'm trying to draw now, and that's the owl. That's seriously, I mean, I have the purple too, so I think that's my
Yes.
connection to it. But the owl and the meaning behind it, that it's for his daughter, that's, yeah, for me, that's sorry, Barry wins.
That's a powerful argument, so I'm with you. I agree.
So what's the least favorite of the guys? Well, what tattoo are you like?
Oh,
Ooh, why did he get it? Or it doesn't. If you think like they're all great, then that's that. But
nope, I have one, so I'm sure this is going to come across as judgy, but that's okay. Um, I do not like face and neck tattoos. So even though I have a lot of tattoos and I get upset if people judge me for my tattoos, I judge people sometimes for their tattoos, faces and necks. So I cannot stand Brent's neck tattoo. Like, it's got to go. I mean, it
I'm sorry,
can't go because it's
that's one
there,
of my
but you
favorites.
love it.
Yeah.
I know you love it.
Again, we can have different opinions.
Right, right.
That's okay. But yeah, I for me it's like now that I started on my hands too and everything, it's a statement in my opinion too. I think that's what face tattoos like in like things. Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
still one
Mm,
of those things where I'm with you. Like, uh, but
I
that's more
think,
like that's
yeah,
more
I
for
think
me.
you're
Like you
limiting.
change your expressions and your face, and
Right.
it's you're unique enough.
Yes. Like my tattoos, even though I have a lot of them, I can hide them if I need to, like for work or whatever purpose. I can still make them go away, you know, essentially.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you start tattooing your face, you are locked in. You are locked
Yes.
in.
Yeah, I have that with my hand now too, but
It's okay. It's
and
okay.
in my
You can put gloves on. You can put
yeah,
gloves on.
that would be weird in the middle of summer, like long sleeves and gloves, and like I'm so
And a
cold, everyone.
scarf. That would be a statement in itself.
Definitely. And people probably see me do it, so yeah. My least tattoo, I don't know, to be honest. It's I really don't know at this point. I'm like I knew I wanted to ask this question, but I couldn't think of one. Maybe I'll just go for the safe way because Barry said it, like he doesn't like one part of his skull here because
Okay.
he got it done by somebody on the road or something. And
Oh,
it's the same what I said with the one that's actually under this one. Don't get a tattoo on a festival. It wasn't a bad tattoo. It wasn't done badly, but your choice is a bad one.
yeah. Like they so I just went on a cruise, shipwrecked, and they did not have it this year, but most years they have a tattoo artist on the cruise, and I'm like, I am not getting a cruise tattoo. Just not doing it.
Plus, you don't really know the artist. I mean, before I
Right.
go to an artist, I check who is he. You know, not just his Instagram page, because now my tattoo artist actually gave that tip. Don't just look there. Look at the people that actually got the tattoo,
Yes.
because it's apparently very common nowadays. Everybody does Photoshop. I mean, everybody thinks that they have to look different, but apparently they're using it. The artists are using them on the tattoos too to make them look better than they are in real life.
That's false advertising. That's not cool.
Yeah, and that's
That's
what he
not
said.
cool.
Like some of them, he said, I know that are doing it, and yeah, he had one that started in the same street as him,
Uh-huh.
and he used he went on a Dutch program here, I think, and he used that like, okay, I was in there, but like he already failed after the first round, he was already kicked out. But he still
Wow.
used it for a show. But apparently
Uh-huh.
he did the same. He on the internet everything looked so great,
Ah.
and then if you saw it in
Mm-hmm.
person, you were like, it still isn't bad, but it's not what you advertised.
It's not what you thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I don't like that. I would be really upset if I found out the artist was photoshopping what they were putting on social media.
yeah, yeah. That, but he made me awake. If one, I would probably only go to him from now on, so that's
Yep.
that's already a plus. Or it's just a small funny. I think I wouldn't mind getting somewhere,
I will do
but
that. Yeah, I will get little tattoos like when I'm traveling.
yeah, but like a real big tattoo that I'm really thinking about longer and that I really want to be good. You
Yep,
you really need to know the tattoo artist because it's what
agreed.
he said to me actually the day that I started my sleeve. I only did
Hmm.
like half first, and then I went to a tattoo shop just for a star, another one, and they were all like, "Oh, we're the hype," and they treated me bad, and I was like, "Oh, I only wanted the star. I wasn't important enough, like that kind of stuff."
Right.
And I walked in there and I said, "Okay, I want a hair sleeve and this and that," and he said, if you think I'm weird, if you think that I'm like, oh my, that guy is like, ugh, then you can better ask another tattoo artist because we are gonna be here for a few hours. And
Right.
I immediately thought, okay, you just won me over. I was like, he's honest. I love that.
I agree. And you have to trust your artist, especially if you are going to be there with them for 6, 8 hours or more. Like you want to trust them and you want to get along with them.
Yeah, and he said something that stuck to my mind too. He said, "You are my advertisement. So if I treat you
Right.
badly, if I mess up your tattoo, you're going to tell everybody, and that news will go faster than me actually, I'd rather say no to some people than have them have a bad tattoo and then, that they're going to say, look, ooh, that guy. So I felt like that's smart too.
I like that. I like that. That's good advice. Yeah.
Yeah. He actually said no to a guy when I was there. That I was in the chair and I was sitting, and the guy actually tried to, like, I don't know what he tried, but he wanted a tattoo. He didn't want a big tattoo, but he actually wanted it that day, which my tattoo artist was very like, don't you see that I'm busy?
Right, I'm doing something.
Yeah. But I wanted it directly, but he said, like, yeah, in 5 days I'm going on holiday and I want to show it off. So he was like, but you can't swim for 10 days and you're going to get an infection if you're going to sit in the sun for those days. So he said, you know what? You just look at somebody else who wants to do it, but I ain't doing it.
Good for him. Good for him for doing that. And I made that mistake recently. I got my last tattoo on vacation right before going on a cruise. I didn't think it all through. So but I took care of my tattoo. So no sunscreen, no water. Like I did, I took care of it. But yeah, I would not recommend that. Don't get a tattoo right before a cruise if you want to do activities. Because I could do no activities.
Yeah.
But my tattoo looks great. So
thank God. Yeah, but you are one of those people that takes care of it. And I sometimes see things and I'm like, a day after that they're doing like heavy exercises, and I was like, I did that with my leg and I got an infection. How are you doing this? Like,
I don't understand it. I mean, I'm like religious about taking care of my tattoo because I spend a lot of money on it and it takes a lot of time, and I want it to last. I want it to be around for a really long time.
It's going to be on your body for a long time. So,
yeah,
it's
agree.
So let's talk tattoos. The guys again, we were going to talk Shinedown tattoos. Do you ever think, because I got that question and I was kind of like, yeah, that's a good question. If you were against the neck tattoos, so would the guys have tattoos that they would regret at this moment? Getting. I was like, that's a good one.
That is a good one. I mean, I sort of hope Brent regrets the neck tattoo, but I don't know if he does. Only the placement. I mean, it's kind of a weird tattoo also, but the placement I don't love. I don't know. I kind of look at it. I don't know if they look at it the same way, but for me, like, I have some tattoos that aren't the best. They've aged. Like, I have some script here and it doesn't look great, but I think that's part of getting a tattoo is like, sometimes they don't age right or there's mistakes in them. So I think hopefully they don't regret any of them because they were meaningful at that point in their life.
Yeah, that was my answer to her too. I said, and after getting a certain tattoo, you sometimes forget that you have it because it's becoming a part of you. You're used to it.
Right.
You look at yourself in the mirror every day and you see it every day. So, you get used to it. So
Agreed.
That's why I don't he hates the neck tattoo. Plus, I still like it, so I'm sorry.
I know. We disagreed about this back on the podcast as well. So it's okay. We're still best friends. We can agree to disagree on the neck tat.
Definitely. Kim says her niece has a neck tattoo. I have one too, but I kept it small. I didn't go like...
so see, I guess, and that's where I'm weird too, because I feel like for women, like kind of behind the ear is okay. Like that doesn't count as neck. Neck to me is like, this. Like that, I'm not a fan of. Like what you have is okay. The back of the neck, I think is great. It's just this region right here. I don't love.
Like, just tattoos are kind of like a no to you then too? Or is it female or male? Because I do think there's a difference there. If a man has a tattoo or a woman, it's different.
So I don't think I would get one here, but I like them on people.
Okay.
So yeah, so and I don't know, I might. I never say never, right? Because
I don't say
I used
I
to
don't say
think,
no anymore because probably
yeah,
won't.
I never thought I'd get tattoos on my arms. So, but yeah, I think for the neck, male and female, it's this region, like ear and back here. That's great. Those look really cool. In the ear, I like those.
Okay.
I like those. Yeah.
You want the spider web?
Maybe not the spider web, but I have seen some cute ones in the
Yeah, I saw
ear.
hearts and
So
diamonds and all kinds of stuff.
yeah, I've seen an umbrella. It's kind of weird, but
Umbrella? I wouldn't.
yeah, I'm sure
Does that
it
mean
meant
something?
something to that person. Maybe they were, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I'm probably gonna have a chest tattoo one day, but for now, I wanted to go to America, so that's first.
Yes. Yes, we're getting you to America first.
Yes.
It's happening.
But I asked
Happening.
my husband, and it kind of was funny. I didn't ask like, "Are you okay with me having a chest tattoo?" Because he knows it's my body and my decision, and I will do
Yes.
it anyway. But I asked him like, "Do you see me have a chest tattoo?" And the fact that he said yes kind of made me go, "Well, that's a good sign."
Right. So that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Agree. Yes. Yeah. 10 more weeks. 10 more weeks to America.
It's so short. Oh, it's getting fast now. My first time flying again since 2004. That's long.
Really?
Yes. And a long trip. Last time I went to, I think I went to Turkey. So that's like a 3-hour flight or something, not even.
How far? I know we're getting off topic a little bit, but how long of a flight is it to come here?
What I saw now, it will take me around 12 to 13 hours, but that is with a stop. So the flight
okay.
itself, it could be around 8 or 9 hours flight
So
itself.
that's like 4 movies and a nap. 4 movies and a nap, and you're here.
I wish. I just checked, and all what I checked, I always saw that artists always come from America to Amsterdam. So I was like, okay, so it's probably easy to go from Amsterdam to America. But if I try to get an Amsterdam to America, then I have to stop in London first. And that's weird because that's like an hour flight. And then,
right.
Like, what?
Yeah, that doesn't make
and then
any
I
sense.
have to wait there for like 2 hours or something.
That's the worst. Like when
But
you
I
have
never
to go
been to
somewhere
London,
and wait
so
longer. As long as you get here, that's all that matters. As long as you get here. Yes, we will be here with.
There are flights that go directly, but price-wise, that was 400 euros more. So that's
that's like
$450.
Yeah,
No,
that's a lot more.
The difference isn't that big nowadays, but that's a lot of money. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll make that stop.
Think of all the merch you could buy with that extra 450 euros. So it's worth it. Yeah.
But that was off topic.
Yeah. Back to tattoos.
Have you ever regretted a tattoo?
Yes, I have, and I covered it up.
Yes,
So my very first tattoo was Hobbs the Tiger. I don't even know if you know who that is, but
I think I do.
Calvin and Hobbes is a cartoon, and I got my first tattoo when I was 17, and I got Hobbs the Tiger because at 17 years old, I thought that was a great idea, and stupid, right? Really stupid. So like many years later, I got it covered up. So Hobbs is still there deep down, but no more. And I would say and it wasn't even regret. I just grew out of it. I would say I grew out of it.
Yeah, that's in the end. That's I think why I regretted the one from the festival because it was it was a good tattoo, but it was not my style, and it was a bit tribal. You can still see it here and there, like the stripes. This is actually his
Okay.
name. So, and you see a little bit, like here was the nose, so you can see it a
Right
little bit.
on.
So I went from a zebra to a crow.
I mean, I think artists that can do cover-ups are amazing because it's so much more thought and work that has to go into the cover-up, if it's a good cover-up,
Yeah.
than just an original tattoo.
Yeah, and my tattoo was because it's a zebra. You have a lot of black stripes.
Yeah,
So
that's rough.
my tattoo artist said no to me for quite a few times. It's the same with my hand tattoo. It took him, I think, 7 years before he actually wanted to tattoo my hand because he wanted to make sure that I really wanted it.
That, which is good.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad idea, but he didn't want to cover up because he didn't know what to do, and I asked a few things and that was just not possible. So I
Mm-hmm.
first asked like a flower, and he said like there's too many black in there,
Right.
I can't do that. So one day I came back and I was like, I have a connection with crows and ravens, and it's weird, I know.
It's
I
not
had that.
weird.
I had that before I became a bigger fan of Shine, and then I actually knew of
Mm-hmm.
Crow and the Butterfly. So it's not really,
Okay.
it's not
It's
Shine on
not a
the.
Shinedown tattoo officially.
No, no, that's the funny part. I had before I became a fan again. I have my crow and I have a butterfly on my back with small butterflies
Nice.
there, and everybody's like, "You have the crow and the butterfly." So unofficially, I do, but it's not meant as a shine tattoo.
It was unplanned.
Yes, but when I told my tattoo artist like I want a crow, he was immediately like, "Now that I can use to cover up."
I think you just made a great point is to listen to your artist. Listen to your tattoo artist. Like if they tell you something's not going to work or they could change it and make it better, take that advice because
Yeah,
they know what they are doing. Like I see so many people go in with this idea and they're like, nope, this is exactly what I want. I want XYZ. And the artist is like, well, like it's not going to age well. It's not going to look great. Like this, that. They're like, nope, nope, that's what I want.
yeah,
And
and
it's
you have to
like,
think, and a lot of people don't understand that either. You have to think about the shapes of your body. I've said
yes,
that with drawings a lot of times. The human body doesn't have any straight lines, nowhere, seriously nowhere,
zero. Right.
zero. So what is beautiful on that piece of paper that is flat, that will not always work on your arm, your leg, or any other
Right.
surface.
Your face, your neck, wherever. Wherever.
That face tattoo. Now I want to
Yeah.
know.
Some
Now I want to know something because I have my tattoo artist is so much fun. You can have so much good. I mean, I really ask him about stuff too because he thinks that men are wussies and they can't take the pain.
yep.
He even said that to me. Like, I love tattooing you because you stay still. You don't move. You like, it's yeah.
You sit like a rock.
But he's also a bit against the painkillers. The ointments you use, and he's not fond of that second skin stuff either. He's old-fashioned, I guess. But what's your opinion about the ointment? Because in my opinion, I'm like, I want the tattoo, so I'll have to deal with the pain. It's
Right.
I'm one of the. I guess that's why he's my tattoo artist because I feel the same. But what's your opinion about it?
Yeah, I think you got to earn that tattoo. Like
Yeah,
you gotta go into it and you gotta take some pain to get it. Now, I will say, my Wizard of Oz tattoo, which is very large, a lot of colors, like very intricate. By about hour 7, my artist did use a little bit of I can't remember, H2O, I think. And it was like a cleaner and it had a little bit of numbing in it. I did accept that around hour 7 to finish up because I was like, this has been quite the journey. You can go
yeah.
ahead
And
and use that.
there's another point, because I heard more people say that in America, that they have like really long sessions. Here in the
Yes.
Netherlands, more of the time, like max is 5 hours, but they won't tattoo longer
Oh,
than that. It's like my tattoo artist is even like 3 hours because for him it's good because he's not,
mm-hmm.
losing focus. And for me, it's good because my skin won't, get. But he says
Right.
3 hours. If I can't finish it, then we're gonna have to schedule a new appointment, and we'll do it then. But
Wow.
I think the max he did on me once was 4 hours. But you can,
Holy crap.
yeah. But they don't do like longer sessions. I hardly hear people say that. So
I don't remember my last 3 or 4 hour tattoo. So I see pluses and minuses in that, because like I would hate to have to go back to get, to like do that 8 hours, but maybe it'd be easier. I don't know.
I did it with my leg. It's like you just get sessions of 3 hours, and that's how he plans it. And
Wow.
he tries to get one character in 1 hour, or in
Mm-hmm.
those 3 hours, and you just do lines first, and you can do it like that,
Right.
stuff like that.
That's
It's
so
planning
interesting, because
too.
yeah, I'm used to going in and like, all right, this is where I'm spending my whole day, and it's like you take a break. Like I normally eat like Twizzlers or gummy bears when I get tattoos. I have no idea why, but I don't really eat like food. So like we'll take every time we take a break, I'll just like gnaw on a Twizzler. So I guess it's what you get used to though, because like you're
Yep,
used to
yeah.
the 3 hour tattoos, and
Yeah,
I'm
and it's
like,
most of the times it's that 3 hour period, and I get
yeah,
a drink. I get a drink, and if I need to pee, then I get to pee.
right.
But
I
it
want people to comment. People who are watching, would you rather do just 3 hour sessions, or would you rather knock it out in like 8? I'm curious.
yeah,
Yeah.
because to be
So,
honest, I don't know if my body could even pull the, because pain wise, I think I would be able to do it, because once you're
yeah,
over a certain pain level, you know
you can do it. Yeah.
yeah. But I had one in my arm, and you could notice that my skin, it wasn't happy, and I think that was a session of 2 hours. He had to quit because it was just it. My arm was
Wow.
twice the size, just with the fluids
Oh
that
my
got
gosh.
collected. Why it happened, still don't
That's
know.
crazy. That's crazy.
So it's. I think it would be per person. It could be different too. I don't know.
I think that's true. Max 3 hours. Yeah, like it's interesting to me because yeah, I mean I have little tattoos. I have tattoos that took 20 minutes. Um, but like when I get big stuff, I want to knock it out. The other thing though is I travel a lot for my tattoos. So like I go to Vegas. So I'd have to plan a lot of trips to
Yeah.
do 3 hour tattoos, which
Three,
is
four
okay.
hours.
I
See,
like
most
vacation.
have 3 to 4 hours. So
Right. Okay, so 9 to 7, so 10 hours. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I'd be lucky to at least do 2 hours. You can do it, Lacey. You can do it. We're
yeah.
strong women. You got this.
We were not strong. I mean, that's what I was talking about too. He hates that stuff, but he has a biker gang near where we live, or where he lives, because
Uh,
I do have to travel a bit for him. It's not like I have to. It is close. I think it takes me 45 minutes to drive, so it's not
that's not
far.
too bad. Yeah.
No, but I do have to travel there. But there was a biker gang, and they were all like, "Oh, we got the two," trying to be big guys, and
Mm-hmm.
almost all of them had to use the ointment. And there was one who actually he put on one stripe, and he was like, "Oh, I need to smoke. Oh, I need to smoke," and he was constantly doing that. So, man, I would.
That, yeah, that happened my very first tattoo when I walked in, and there I was, 17 years old, and I walk in, and this big guy is in there, like you're talking about, this big muscular guy. He was getting one on his arm, and he was like crying. And so I'm terrified now. So I was getting a tattoo from a woman, so we go like back in a room or whatever, and I was like, oh my god, that guy, like now I'm terrified. And she was like, no, he's a wuss. You're going to be fine. And like the minute she started, I was like, this is it? Like, that's all? And she's like, yeah, that's all. That guy, he was a pansy. So yeah, it's very interesting though. And that was an arm tattoo. And now that I've gotten arm tattoos, they're not bad at all.
No, they're less painful tattoos, in my opinion, to be honest.
Agree. Unless you're inner arm or like around your elbow or shoulder, like it's not bad. So
yeah, this part, these parts are the painful.
yeah,
That was on my leg too. The inside, that was not even this, because a lot of people say this is a painful part, but it's weird, but it's not painful.
you're right. It's very weird. Like it's a odd sensation.
Yeah, but it's not painful. It's just weird.
Agree.
Yeah, but
Bizarre.
I had a guy faint too, but it was like a big boy too. That was at that festival. Like I was sitting there, and I think that was my longest session actually. That was 5 hours, I think. But I had to do a pee break there too because I had to pee a lot. So
Yeah.
I was able to go a little backstage there, but sadly not to the artist. But I was allowed to go to the bathroom, yes, thank God. But this guy came in and he was like,
thank God.
he had like this, you know, those tattoo, fake tattoos you get with gum.
Yes.
He had one like here, and he said, "Oh, I'm getting the real one this time. And, oh, just like you." And he was all like, "Oh, I'm doing this." The tattoo artist puts one stripe, and it was like, I saw the stripe. It was like this big, and the guy just fell over. Like he lost it. He was out. They actually had to help him because he was like, whoop, gone. And everybody was looking at me while he was going down. Everybody was looking at me like, wait, what? And I was like, I can help it that he's fainting.
Yeah, it's not my fault.
But I was like, and the worst part was, it was a stripe, and you know, the tattoo artist said like, but I have to finish it. It was, I think he just wanted a Snoopy or something. It's something simple, you know?
Right.
But the tattoo artist was like, but I have to finish it. So he was like sitting there with some other guy, and he almost broke that guy's hand, squeezing it. And they finally got the tattoo artist.
He got his little Snoopy. Did he get it? He got a Snoopy. Oh my gosh. I hope he's proud of it.
He's probably never getting to do it again. But it did show me that, you know, if you really wanted to do it, you just do it. That's
just do it.
I do like what Kat from D once said, because that was a topic that constantly people ask me too, is it addictive? Yep. In a way, I think yes. But what Kat said too is like, after you have a lot of tattoos, it's easier to get a tattoo. So that's the point. I agree. So, and I was like, yeah, that's a good way to see it too. It gets easier to get a tattoo.
I think so too. And it always surprises me when I see people with just one tattoo. Like my mom, she has one tattoo. I don't know how you just live with one tattoo. Like, because I just, like the first one, then I was like, oh, I want more. So, but yeah, I think you're right. It does get easier.
My one brother only has the names of his kids, and it kind of, yeah, I don't really like the way it's done, but okay. It is actually done by my tattoo artist. That was the fun.
Okay.
But he said it wasn't his proud moment. But I kind of laughed because I was already going there frequently, and I told my brother like, "Oh, you're going there? Okay, tell him I said hi." You know, like
right.
And he said, "Oh, he won't remember you because he has a lot of clients." And I was like, "Okay, that's okay." But we sat there for quite an hour, you know. And I said, like, if he doesn't remember me, just tell him about, you know, he did the lady. I said, tell him about the girl with the lady, and that will be it, you know. Yeah. And my brother came back, and he looked at me and he said, "Dennis says hi back." And I was like, oh.
So Mama Nerd, I got to call her out because she just said it's easy. It's easy to have one tattoo. However, isn't she going to be part of the NH4L tattoo? Isn't she going to get that, Mama Nerd?
Oh, yeah. And then it's not easy anymore.
That's right. Then you're no more one tattoo. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, mine. I'm not gonna say anymore. Like, oh, I'm quitting after this because no, probably
Yeah,
won't.
probably not.
I
Yeah, it'll
am.
be a while before I quit.
Yeah, I think the only big one I still will do is my chest, but
Hmm.
other tattoos probably not gonna be that big anymore. Maybe my other leg, but I want to do that in steps. I think because now I went for a full session of like I think I had 5 or 6 appointments just to get it done.
Wow.
So I mean, in total, it was more than 8 hours.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if you did 5 or 6, even if they were 3 hours, you're still looking at a 15, 18-hour tattoo. That's
Yeah,
that's a big piece.
yeah, but a leg is bigger than you think. I mean, even an
I
arm is bigger than you think. You have more space than you think.
I know. Like if I added up the hours on my arm, it would be like 6, 12. It'd be like 14 hours maybe on my
That's it.
arm. So yeah.
And
And I
my
still
leg
have
is
some
about
weeks
6.
left.
And my leg is a bit bigger than your arm, so the.
Well, I would hope so. Otherwise, like you would be very weird shaped or I would be very weird shaped.
Well, let's not do that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah. Let's talk Shinedown tattoos again because still we're here for Shinedown actually.
Yep, that's what we're here for. Yeah.
What Shinedown tattoos do you have?
So I have a couple, and most of them are lyrics. I connect very deeply to a lot of the lyrics in the songs, and I think you and I have talked about that before, where in particularly rough times in our lives, we have turned to music of some sort.
Yeah.
So on my left calf on the back, I have a treble clef symbol, and in that is don't sell yourself short. You might be bulletproof, along with some other stuff. So I've got that one. On my right wrist, I have let's be honest, I promise I'm never looking back for my sake. It doesn't look so good anymore, but it's there. I've got your pain is a gift, and my Wizard of Oz, the Dorothy in that piece has the Shinedown symbol as a tattoo on her.
Oh, okay.
So I have a tattoo and a tattoo.
Didn't you have the one from Atlas Falls too?
Oh, I have that one too. Yeah. See, I'm losing
I was
track.
like,
So
I was like, wait, doesn't she have Atlas Falls?
yes. So I have Don't Give Up Now from Atlas Falls. I think, is that all of them?
That's quite a lot.
I think that's all of them. So, yes, I think that's it. I want to hear about yours because
I have 3 now. I have this one.
I love that one.
Yeah, those lines just for me it's mostly lyrics too because lyrics that wasn't my first China to do. That was actually this one, Get Up.
Yes.
And that was because I started following Shinedown again after a really heavy period, and surprisingly I found them, and like I think a few months after they announced that they were coming to Europe, so I was like, wait, what?
Right.
So I already told myself then, like, I'm going there, and that's not even a question, I'm going to the concert. And I said, if they impress me, I'm gonna get Up tattooed on my wrist. So
okay.
That wasn't even a question actually, but still. But it was my first concert. I still haven't seen them more because of after that COVID. So
10 more weeks.
Yes.
I wanna mention something that Kim just said. I know we're Shinedown tattoos, but she mentioned that she has some chords from a Disturbed song. I also have Disturbed lyrics on me as well. So I have Sometimes Darkness Can Show You the Light on an ankle. So I feel you, Kim. I feel you on Disturbed as well.
I have other bands too. So, and I got my one from I Will Never Be Voiceless. That's more because I've always put myself last, and for me that was, I want to show my voice. Yeah. Plus I really like 50s because else the girl wasn't there. And so that you know, I will never be voiceless with a mic. That was just, yeah. So
I love that.
my other musical tattoos are from Sum 41 and Avenged Sevenfold. So
I mean, I want to hear about them now.
I have I tried to be perfect, but nothing was worth it. That's Sum 41. That's actually more a song of breaking up. But that lyric just, it's the, I always tried to be somebody else my entire life, and now I'm finally myself. I tried to be perfect for everybody, but again, it wasn't worth it. So that was like, I heard those lyrics and I was like, that's not even thinking about it. And the one from Avenged Sevenfold is on my leg. That's with a car, because it's this ride that takes me to life. I have to think now, because it's been a while that I actually even listened to the song. That takes me to darkness, but emerges into light. That is the biggest lyric I have on the end. Anyway.
So it's very similar to my Disturbed tattoo.
Yes.
Love it. Love it.
And I always try to make it, and I always try to make it a bit myself. That's with the mic, that's me. This is just my lyrics. Get Up is just lyrics too. But with the Avenged Sevenfold, I was like, I want It's a Ride. And in their booklet, they're talking about a roller coaster, but for me, it was a car ride. So I just wanted an old car. But you had a question.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question. So, we've already said that, like, you know, people get different kinds of tattoos, and we don't always, you know, it might not be our style, but that doesn't mean it's not a great tattoo. So, like, I have seen a lot of people that have the guys or other band members like autograph them, and then they will get that tattooed. So they will get like their autographs tattooed. Would you ever do that? I would not.
No.
So I'm curious, would you do that?
I wouldn't do that either. I mean, I love the guys, but for me, the lyrics mean something in my life. So if I ever, you know, the band breaks up or whatever happens in life, you never know. I mean, I was the biggest Linkin Park fan, and well, shit happened. But you know, but then I mean, it would be great to have the autograph of just of them, but to me it would be like that he signed me, that like I'm his possession or something, because I signed my artwork with my autograph because it's my drawing, it's mine, you know, it's like it's my stamp on it. So that's why I'm hesitant. And that's the same with faces. And I mean, I love them. I mean, I saw some of them, and that's great. But for me, I don't have a portrait for a reason. I mean, I don't have any portraits for that reason. I thought of my kids first, but they age. So it's like, okay, so I have a baby picture, and that's fun and all. But yeah, you know, I was like, I want the names. That's like, the names will never change, or they want to be a boy. But even then we can figure something out, I guess. But they were born, and I named them that.
You know, it's interesting that you say that, because you know, Rocky just passed away recently. And so I was thinking about like what kind of memorial tattoo I would get for him, because of course there has to be a memorial tattoo for my 17-year-old dog. And initially I thought of like a portrait. But what you said is so true, is like I look at all these pictures of him, and he's different ages and different points in his life, and it's so hard to pick, like, you know, oh, would I get him when he was a puppy, or would I get a portrait when he was older? And so I agree with you that like they age, and then I don't know. So I'm going a different direction now, I think, of what I want to get to memorialize him that will not be his face. So I like that you said that.
Yeah, but there's different ways to. I mean, I have one for my grandma, and my grandpa was a bit less. He was a war. Well, they went to war, so I did a star for that, and then wings, because he left, and his favorite flower, an orchid. And with my grandma, because those last 2 years, just, you know, my grandpa was the one who kept talking about the war stories and about his city because he actually is from Tilburg. That's a
Mm-hmm.
well-known city here. So he constantly was talking about that. And grandma just, that was that generation. She was just sitting there giving you cookies, and that's, that's what she was there for. And all that kind of stuff. But
I love cookies.
she actually gave me so many nice stories, her stories about the war, and
Mm-hmm.
that I was like, but now I really get to know you. This is actually good. And she was actually the one that said goodbye to me just 2 weeks before she passed away. So that was like,
Wow.
I have to get something for her. So I got her
Right.
favorite flower.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a but Daisy, I think it was such a coincidence that I think Ashley shared it. I was like, oh, so that's how it's called in English, because it's called differently in Dutch.
Right, right.
In Dutch, it's a
Wow.
gerbera. Totally different.
I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try.
So, but that was a favorite flower, and she told me that those 2 years, and then for me it was a combination. She said her favorite color was pink, so had to be a pink one.
It's awesome.
I always hated the color pink, so that I got pink for her. I mean, seriously, grandma. But I did it with a half cookie because, well, she was grandma. She wanted everybody. She was one of those grandmas that was like, get a cookie. They're there for a reason. And then like 10 minutes later, get a cookie. They're there for a reason. I was like, I just stuffed my face with cookies. What do you want?
So my grandma would make, have you ever heard of a snowball?
A
Like
snowball?
not, yeah, but the food, not like not snow, but so it's this like cakey thing covered in coconut. And I hate coconut like with a passion. Like the raw coconut, the texture, I hate it. And my grandma somehow got it in her head that I loved these damn snowballs. And so every time I would go visit her, she would make a plate of these snowballs, and they were nasty. My mom just said they're nasty. And so we had to start telling my grandma that I was allergic to coconut because she would always forget and she would make them. And I think we would take them to my brother because he actually enjoyed them. But I love that you got like a representation of your grandma in a tattoo instead of a portrait. And there's nothing wrong with a portrait. Like, I think they're beautiful. But I also love it when people get those things that it tells a story,
Yeah.
like the flower and the cookie. Like I think that's cool as well, to do that. And I think Kim mentioned earlier, like she has her dog like portrait and a paw print, and like I think there's so many ways to express ourselves in tattoos that it's so cool that we have all these options.
We wear art, right?
Yes,
So
we're just walking art.
yeah. So do you have I'm still thinking Shinedown here. So we know that Eric has body shock. A lot of people don't know that he has that, but on his leg, and it's apparently with friends. So I think Kelly has it too, and like other people have it. It's a friend tattoo. What we're
Yep.
going to do. But do you have one of those tattoos that's like, it kind of is a joke, but still, I know you covered one up then, but do you have a party tattoo?
Yes. So my most recent one is a candy heart. So my friend Shay and I got them together, and it tells a little story. So it's a candy heart, and on the heart it says salty. And we got it because we used to travel together for work, and one Valentine's Day we were actually in Charleston, so we were in Eric's hometown. We may or may not have seen his house. I'm not gonna comment on that, but we may have seen his house during that trip, whatever. But her boyfriend at the time, yeah, her boyfriend at the time sent her these amazing Oreo cookies that were covered in white chocolate, that looked like candy hearts, and that was the best thing that guy ever did. He was a piece of shit, but those cookies were amazing. So it represented that. And then the salty, we were in Houston together, and we had bought these peanut butter pretzels, and we were packing our car, and the pretzel container fell and broke, and the pretzels were so good that we continued to eat them off the pavement in the parking lot. We tried not to eat the ones that were directly touching the pavement. We may have, it doesn't matter. But so
Were
we
you
got
drunk at
salty
the
for
time?
that. No, we were
Oh
completely
dear.
sober, and they were so good, Anka. These peanut butter pretzels were so good. So we got the candy heart with salty to represent kind of like some funny stuff in our travels.
Nice.
And it's related to Shinedown because we may have seen Eric's house during the trip. So see, I wrapped that in there.
Oh,
We're
you're
still
so
talking
good.
Shinedown. Yep, still talking Shinedown.
Well,
Aaron, it was more than 5
cover
seconds.
we did cover a lot of Shinedown tattoos. Do you want to talk about some of the tattoos the guys have? Like, there's somebody who once said to me, and I kind of thought that was funny because I do like Brent's tattoo. It's not the best one on his belly, to be honest. It's I don't know. I had to draw it sometimes, so you know
Oh yeah.
you see the little things and you're like. So I'm not saying I still think it's badass, but she is afraid of eyes. She said like I would never get an eye tattooed because it freaks me out. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, so if Brent takes off his shirt, you're freaked out, okay?
Freaked out.
Not a lot of women say that, but
that is not the reaction I would say that most fans would have to be freaked out. But okay.
But you know what do you think about like the tattoos overall the guys have? Because we haven't really talked about Zach yet. My daughter actually likes his tattoo, and I think that's maybe the reason why she likes Zach. I don't know, but she
loves everything about Zach.
Yeah, but she before she knew about Zach, she kind of already liked Mario. So the fact that he has a Mario on his arm is, of course,
right.
You know? So I first thought that might have been the reason why she likes him. That's not the reason. He's not like a Nintendo freak. Everybody thinks that, but he explained it a while back why he got the tattoo. So, but what do you think? I mean, just go by every guy. Like, what's your favorite tattoo? What's the one, you know?
Well, I want to talk for a minute, though, about that tattoo that you were just talking about on Brent's stomach. That thing, the color on it is amazing. Like, he has had it for a really long time, and it's still so bright and vibrant. Like,
yeah, and
I don't know why.
That's what I was thinking, because I mean I lost a lot of weight and I have loose skin. So the one that he didn't get, that I'm fucking jealous.
Right.
But the fact that it his belly, you know, expanded and got back small again, that the tattoo didn't get. That's what I'm impressed about that tattoo. To be honest,
it didn't get distorted, and the color on it. Now he is really pale, so it's clear that like he wears sunscreen and or doesn't go out in the sun a lot because he's pretty pasty white. But I would say, as far as just the artistry of the tattoo, I love that one the most because it's so well taken care of and it looks so good. Like every time I see it.
Yeah, I said about the eye. I'm one way or another. I am pulled to it, but I have something about dark thing, like what the other person said about freaking out. I'm one of those people that would love it. But if you look closely at it, because I had to zoom in to draw it, the eye.
Yeah, she had to zoom in to draw it. Everybody, that's the only reason she zoomed in. She had to zoom in to draw it. It's fine.
But I did see little things that I was like, the eye misses a bit of detail for my feel. Like it's like it's supposed to be that way, but I am missing something. But as I said, it does also with the other stuff around it does make sense. But yeah.
Well, now I'm gonna have to zoom in and look at the detail of it, I guess. Right, everybody? Now we're all gonna have to zoom in and look at the detail. I would say so. Yeah. So I don't love that tattoo like as a like I wouldn't get it, but I love how good it looks. Like it looks amazing. I want to know what he does to it or doesn't do to it. Like he takes care of that thing some way somehow. Um, Eric, gosh, I don't even know. I'm going to be honest. I don't even know what it says. So maybe you do or somebody else does. But he's got one, and I think it's near the compass. But he's got one that goes around his wrist.
Yeah,
That
I try to zoom in, but I can't make it out either.
I can't. I don't know what it says, but I love how detailed it is. Like it looks phenomenal. So you can see I'm very when I look at tattoos, I look at the detail or the line work or the color, because it's not necessarily about what it is, but the how well the artist did with it, I guess. Because like that, I
Yeah,
would
but
say that would be my favorite one.
I have that same feeling because you have a lot of fans that show their tattoos of Shinedown, and I will not say which ones are or what which one not, because there are enough that I'm like, okay, this is awesome. But I look at
Right.
the artist. I look at like how straight are the lines, how good is it done?
Yes.
Because there are some fan arts and they have like the logo, and I'm like, that doesn't even what?
Right.
Then I'm
Yeah.
like,
Like
oh my god, what did you do? But that's
I
like,
feel bad
as long as
for
they're
some
happy,
people.
that then I'm like,
Right.
that's in the end, that's the most important part. But there are some tattoos out there that I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's
I
skin
see.
the rest of your life. Oh my god.
I'm the same way because, like, again, I try not to judge, but when I am judging, like, I'm judging the artwork,
Yeah.
not that, like, whoever decided to get this or that. Oh, we're doing the same one today.
Oh.
Yeah, we got the same one today.
Lindsay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Um, so yeah, I look at the actual artwork and like you said, the line work and the color saturation and all that stuff. And I see some people's tattoos, like you said, with the logo or the birds or some different things. And I'm just like, I hope you love it because it's not good. But that's part of getting a tattoo is they're not perfect. And
Yeah.
I guess.
Of course I have little things where I'm like, oh, or like something, because it does happen when it heals that you miss certain spots.
Right.
Or I think I have one, and it's like I have a mole there, and he even went over it, but like the skin around it stayed white. That was like, what?
That's
How
so
did that,
funny.
how did that happen?
But that's like the imperfection. And that's the thing is like you could go to the best tattoo artist because like one of mine is literally an ink master, so he was deemed one of the best tattoo artists, but they're human and they're not perfect either. And to me, those imperfections are what make the art amazing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I had a live on my other page yesterday, and that was about art, and we said the same thing, like that there are mistakes in art. That's okay. I mean, that's you don't
Yeah.
have a perfection on your arm, because sometimes it's what I said. You can have like a totally realistic thing, but to me, most of the times the smaller tattoos have more meaning. So that's
Right.
get up. That's just that has so much
Yes.
meaning that won't never change. So
Right. And
and
that
that's what
where
I
this
like.
one started. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I like about Zach's tattoo with the Nintendo stuff. I was like, the meaning behind it. I mean, everybody likes Mario, and there's a lot more characters on there, but I am not in gaming either, so I don't know them.
Same. But
But
I
the
love that
meaning,
tattoo.
yeah, and because the meaning behind it, and that the upper part, I love that part too, and that was just a filler. That was kind of funny too, because
Yeah.
this is one of my favorite ones, and that was actually a filler. That was like, what are we gonna do there?
What can we put there?
Yeah. So my tattoo artist just said like, just do a bird, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I would say yeah, I love Zach's sleeve again because it's colorful It's bright, it's unique. It's not something that you see every day. So that would be my favorite one, I think, on Zach is his sleeve, just
Yeah.
because it's different. Yeah.
I
And
do. I
then,
do like his size. That he that. What does he have? Yeah, that's one down on his belly. Those are.
yeah.
I think that they're guns, but it's like all the time you
Are you
can't
zooming
really.
in on that too, Anka? Are
I
you zooming
can't
in
because
on that?
they're never shown. Even with that last one I did, he has his guitar in front of it. So I can't see anything.
I know exactly what picture you're talking about.
That's what I want to ask too, because this conversation. Would you ever get to there too? Like on that way, like the you know, like you have those what do you call it again for girls? And I actually have one.
Oh, the tramp
That's the
stamp?
one for my grandpa. Like the stamp. What is it? Tramp stamp.
Tramp stamp. Tramp
What is
stamp.
it for? What is the wrong thing to do for a guy then?
Well, so tramp stamp or belly button for a guy, I think is a no-no. Like just a belly button tattoo.
I was
If
like,
you have a big, yeah, like if you have a big, like Brent's whole stomach, like that's fine. But if you're a guy and you get like just a belly button tattoo, I don't know about that.
no.
I don't know about
I mean,
that.
no.
Like, don't get a sunburst around your belly button if you're a dude. Don't
Yeah.
do it.
Have you ever seen Barry's back tattoo?
No.
Because I
No.
never really, there's only one picture going online that actually has his back tattoo. Because first I thought he didn't actually have one.
Right.
But I actually love it too, because it's the birds. So with a lot of sky and all that kind of stuff. So
Okay.
it's kind of funny that he has birds and then on the front he has owl.
I'm gonna have to try to find that because
Yeah.
I haven't.
And
But
Brent
I
has
thought
has one on his back too that a lot of people don't talk about, and that's his. I think it's his son, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. But it's
So
for me that's kind of a weird one too, because I'm when I see a picture of that, I'm most of the times I'm like, get it done, like put other
right.
stuff around it. I'm like, it's not done, it's not finished.
You need more. You
Yeah.
need so much more. He's supposed to be getting the attention exclamation points, right?
Yeah, and he
Because
doesn't.
they're
Have,
all supposed to get them.
he doesn't have the birds either.
Yeah.
He was talking on one live that he wanted to get. I think he wanted the birds here or something. And he was talking about his neck area. Sorry. So I think that's
it's okay. He's
I
already
think that's
ruined
why he
it,
doesn't
so
mind the other one.
yeah. He's
like,
already done it. So
yeah, but I was kind of skeptic about it because I do like that idea, but it's the same as my music notes. You have to have a certain size or else you won't see it. And
right.
that was kind
I
of
agree with you.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, if you do it, Brent, but I think the exclamation mark behind your ear or like on your neck would make more of a impression.
Yes, I agree because the birds, they're gonna get lost there or they're gonna bleed together if they're not big enough.
Yeah, or it's just gonna
So
be like from a distance, it's gonna be 4 spots and that's it.
right, it's gonna be like that's weird. Okay, I don't know
Yeah,
what that is.
yeah, my
So maybe he can get them as a tramp stamp. He can get the birds as a tramp stamp.
the bad part is that I have a trim. I never really thought about it.
I do too.
I just
I have one too.
I did it because when I got my tattoo for my grandpa, that's like 11 years ago now. You know, I didn't have this yet. I didn't have any yet. So where do you get a tattoo? Somewhere where you can hide it. So
right,
like just do it down there.
I forget about mine, but yeah, I think a lot of women actually have the tramp stamp, and it's okay. It's fine.
It depends on what it is, right?
True. Yes. See,
I know somebody, and I think what she gets to it again. It was around her female area, and it was something like, "I'm gonna tell my daddy" or something, and I was like, "Why? No."
No.
So there are a lot of
No.
tattoos that are just big news, and try to avoid. I think I saw a special about it like the other day. Like, do remember that some things can mean something from another culture or anything. Don't forget
Yes.
that either. So
Yes. Think culturally if
yeah,
you're getting
or
a
like
tattoo.
the Chinese sign, and they want something like hope, and then the tattoo artist writes down pancake or something, you know, stuff like that.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at a pancake tattoo because I love pancakes, but yeah, if you're expecting hope and then you get a pancake, that's not cool. That's
Yeah,
not
and
cool.
I think that's the reason why my tattoo artist always lets me check the text that if I give him text, he's like he checks
Yes.
if there's mistakes in there, and before he puts it on, you know, like on here, like check the text. Okay, then
He makes you
he puts,
check.
yeah, he puts the stencil on again. Let's check, is everything okay, and then he starts tattooing. But that's I think he made a mistake once too. That's why he's kind of like, no, I'm not doing that again.
You know what I want to talk about real fast. I don't know how long we're gonna stay on here, but let's talk about what tattoos we would put on each guy.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh dear.
Yeah, I know.
Do
Like
you
it
already
just
have an
popped in my
answer? Because
head.
then I can think about it.
So let's see. Let's start with Barry. I think he needs like some barbecue tongs. You know how like a lot of chefs
Oh.
have like chef
Yeah,
tools?
those, yeah.
He needs some tongs somewhere
I'm thinking more.
on him.
Let's do each one and then both tell
Okay,
what we think. I'm thinking more Viking because I love Vikings.
I love it.
This one is actually supposed to be like that, not like that. Just so you know. Yeah, but I always like I have my hand down more like this than I have that. So,
Yeah, nobody walks around like this. So,
yeah.
okay, I like that though. I like a Viking tattoo. So he could
I
get
was thinking,
Viking
I was thinking
tongs.
like, and not like just the runes or like this is the efficacy. Jesus, those names. Vexavir. Vexavir. That's it. It's a compass. That's why everybody thought, because it's a compass, everybody thought I got it because Eric has a compass. I was like, I
Yeah.
didn't even
You're like,
think
no.
about it like that yet. But I'm thinking of an axe, like the one he has.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking something like that. He's got something like that. That would be awesome.
I love it. So I would take that idea. I would make his barbecue tongs have like an axe handle or
Oh,
like Viking horns or something like that. Like I would
oh
really do it
yeah.
up right. So
And
all
skulls.
right, so we got Barry's next tattoo or multiple
Skulls. Don't forget the
tattoos.
skulls. Skulls are cool.
Yes,
I think
yes.
that's why I like Barry.
So
He likes all the same things as me. Skulls and Vikings and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, I mean that's all badass stuff.
Yeah. The only
All
thing I
right, what
don't like
about
is coffee. So sorry, Barry.
come on. I mean, yeah, all right, that's fine. It's fine. Eric, what would you put on Eric?
Of course, Star Wars related. And first, I was thinking like something, you know, like Han Solo or Obi-Wan Kenobi, because that's, you know, he wishes he was Obi-Wan Kenobi. At least he will said it once.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just go with the rebel sign. Simple.
Oh, I
Maybe
like that.
make it a bit like Stonish, that it's like a stone or
Yep.
something. But I would see him more something like that.
I might go like funny, and I might do like a baby Yoda. So we're still in Star Wars.
Yeah, but I'm scared. That's a lot of people tattoo him, but again, I'm one of those people that's like, you're gonna have that for the rest of your life, and it's fun now, but what will it be in a few
But
years?
like,
You
let's do
know?
baby Yoda like playing a bass guitar.
Oh, then yeah, then you give it more. You know, it can
Yeah,
stay.
like
Yeah,
a little more individuality and some character. So I would
yeah,
baby Yoda playing a bass guitar and maybe like jumping like Eric does.
yeah. Flying. Use the force.
Trying, yeah, that's right. All right, how about Zach?
That's a difficult one. I am thinking shoes or something baseball. like maybe a baseball ball and then shoes on top of under it or something with shades that that pop out. In his favorite
Yeah.
team, because I don't know his favorite team, but in his favorite team.
Aaron said grocery cart on Zach.
Something with a gripe, that's good too, like a plane.
Yes. I think gosh, I mean he loves Memphis sports. I'm also thinking the shoes, because like that's just so iconic for him, are those shoes. So maybe I would do like a baseball or a basketball like character wearing the Nikes.
That would be something to.
I know I'm
I,
getting crazy here.
I already did that, like making him into a bat and then giving him the shoes. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah.
I did that digital one of them being a turkey. So.
Yes. So then with the shoes.
The shoes always have to go on. That's just the rule.
Always. All right. Somebody said for Brent an elephant. What would you put on him?
It's not that I have it, but I see Mike. Like an old Mike.
Yeah.
Like not necessarily, I took the red one because I just love that song and it. But I do see like a really detailed old microphone for him. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, a retro. Well, first off, we need to get him a good back piece. We got to get him a good back piece. So,
yeah, that fun needs to be.
Yeah, I mean, he can still be up there. But yeah, I love the retro microphone because I think that really speaks to his roots and kind of like his musical history and like where he started listening to music and stuff. So I love that. Yeah, let's do an old school microphone and then let's get him a nice back piece.
Because to me, like the elephant, it's I don't know. Maybe my daughter loves elephants, so she would be like elephant, but
right.
No, she doesn't.
I know he loves elephants.
Yeah, and elephants are good, but there's too many things that can go wrong in an elephant too, as a tattoo.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
To be honest, like you can go all detailed, and then it's going to be a blur after a while because that's how it works. Or you're gonna go too less, and then it's like it's too childish. I do like funny ones, and but they have to have more meaning than just an elephant, in my opinion. So
what if we did? Lacey just said an elephant with a microphone. What if we did like a realistic elephant as the back piece? Because then it could be huge.
Yeah, and then
you could get a lot of detail in it.
Yeah, then it won't be a blob.
Right. So, okay. So big, realistic elephant as a back piece, and then somewhere an old school microphone.
He can do that with Driven by Music and then the string. He can do that. Yes, he has enough space.
He's got room.
Yeah.
He should have done that with Driven by Music. That should have been a microphone in there.
Yeah, or something. I like the star too, but and I think back in those days it was, he just wanted to have those texts and that was it.
Yeah. And that was, and those stars, and that's trendy, like back then. So back then, like all those years ago. All those years ago.
If you look back at it, when I got my first tattoo, I was 19. So that's 20 years ago this year. No, last year. Oh my God. It's all right. I'm old.
Bye, Mama Nerd. Mama Nerd's jumping off.
Oh, bye, girl. But it's a tattoo. You have a tattoo for a long time before you know it. So
yeah.
And what we said, like I also like this arm tattoo, like the alien and all. They all still look so good. I'm like, wow. His
tattoo like aftercare program, I don't know. Either he's just lucky or he actually takes care of them. But
I think all of the guys actually have, they take care of themselves, I guess. Maybe not in the past, but
they're all right. They're all pretty pasty. I think they're all pretty healthy now. So Yeah.
And
They all have a good skincare
that's,
routine.
I think that's the good thing to end, because we're already talking for a long time.
Right on. Right
But
on.
taking care of your tattoos, a lot of people think like it's only like just after you got it, because yes, you have to be very careful, and for 10 days, you know, you gotta watch out. But
Yep.
what a lot of people don't understand is a tattoo, you need to take care of your skin. It's just that easy.
Yeah. It's not hard, but you just got to do it. So lotion,
and
lotion your
don't
skin.
and don't be like that colleague of mine once. She thought that where I got tattooed, that couldn't get burned anymore, and that the skin totally changed. And I was like, if people wouldn't get burned anymore after they got tattooed, I think a lot of people will get themselves covered like top to bottom. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Wear sunscreen, not just for your skin's health, but for your tattoo's health.
Yes, very
Wear
important.
good sunscreen and lotion the shit out of your skin.
Yeah,
Always.
I'm one of those people that doesn't really like sitting in the sun anyway. So for me, that's already.
Same.
I'm like, I
Agree.
don't
I'm right there
understand
with
people
you.
that want to like bake in the sun. Why would you bake in the sun? It's
Yes. We talked about, Leah and I talked about a vacation, and I was like, oh my God, if you wanted me to sit on a beach for a week in the sun, like, kill me now.
no,
Worst vacation
yeah.
idea ever.
I want to see things and do things, and most of the times
Yeah.
you need to think about getting sunscreen too. But yeah, take care of your tattoos. That's a good thing to stop this talk with, I think. And
Absolutely.
I'm gonna save this. Comment with what your favorite and least favorite tattoo is of the guys. I want to know from
Yeah.
you. So
I want to know as well. So I'm excited to see what they have to
yes,
say.
and if you want to share your Shinedown tattoos, always welcome. Tag me, and I will share them in my stories. So
Right on.
thank you.
I'm so glad we got to talk.
Yeah, it was fun.
Absolutely. And I will see you in person in 10 weeks.
Definitely. I want to thank you for this. I really love it. We need to do this more often. And just want to tell everybody here that doesn't follow a Strong Enough podcast, go follow her. She has some great talks, and just watch them seriously. And I'm on one too. I was episode 7. It's been so long.
Oh, you were really early. You were an
Yeah.
early episode. And we got to get you back on. We got to get you back on. So if you guys want to see Anke back on Strong Enough podcast, comment that as well. Let us know if you want to see her again.
Let's see. No. Thank you, everybody. And well, that was it. Bye.